She tried getting us kicked out for aggression. Her own footage earned her criminal charges. The sudden, high-pitched yapping sounded like a toy siren malfunctioning, cutting through the ambient hum of the grocery store refrigerators. I stopped in the middle of the produce aisle, my hand hovering over a bag of spinach. Beside me, Scout, my 3-year-old golden retriever, didn't even twitch. He remained in a perfect downstay, his amber eyes fixed on me, waiting for the command to move. Scout isn't a pet. He isn't an emotional support animal. He is a lifeline. He is a fully trained medical alert service dog who detects when my blood pressure drops dangerously low before I pass out. Without him, a trip to the store could end in an ambulance. I glanced toward the entrance. A woman was wrestling a shopping cart with one hand and clutching a leash with the other. At the end of the leash, straining against a harness that looked 3 sizes too big, was a chihuahua. It was trembling, barking maniacally at a stack of apples, and lunging at anyone who walked by. But what made my stomach tighten wasn't the noise. It was the vest. The dog was wearing a bright red vest with "Service Dog" emblazoned on the side in bold, white letters. It looked brand new. It looked cheap. And it looked exactly like the ones you can buy on Amazon for $20 without providing a single shred of medical documentation. "Easy, baby, easy," the woman cooed, scooping the dog up and placing it directly into the child's seat of the cart, a health code violation that made me cringe. "They're just jealous of you." I tried to ignore her. I focused on my breathing. Stress triggers my condition, and the last thing I needed was to faint next to the kale. "Leave it," I whispered to Scout, though he hadn't moved a muscle. He knew the drill. Focus. Ignore distractions. The woman turned her cart down our aisle. The chihuahua saw Scout. It went ballistic. It launched itself against the side of the cart, snapping its teeth, a ball of uncontrolled aggression. "Oh, look," the woman said, stopping right in front of us. "He wants to say hi. He loves big dogs." "Please keep your distance," I said, stepping between Scout and the cart. He's working, she scoffed. She looked Scout up and down. "He's just lying there. My Bella is a service dog too. She's alert. She's protecting me." "Ma'am, your dog is aggressive," I said, my voice tight. "Please move along." "Don't tell me what to do," she snapped. She reached into the cart and, for reasons I will never understand, picked the dog up again. "It's a free country. Bella, go say hi." She leaned down. She actually leaned down to put her growling dog face to face with mine. It happened in a split second. The chihuahua squirmed out of her grip. It hit the floor. It didn't hesitate. It lunged. It latched onto Scout's ear. Scout yelped, a sharp, pain sound that broke my heart. But he didn't fight back. He didn't bite. He pulled his head away, trying to create distance, trying to follow his training even while being assaulted. Blood splattered onto the white tile floor. Bright red drops against the sterile linoleum. "Get it off," I shouted, grabbing the chihuahua's leash. The woman screamed. It was a sound that shattered the air. "He attacked my baby," she shrieked. "That big dog attacked my baby." I stared at her. My hand was on her dog's collar, pulling it away from Scout, who was now bleeding freely from a jagged tear in his ear. "Your dog bit mine," I yelled back. "Look at the blood." He provoked her, the woman yelled, scooping her dog up and clutching it to her chest like a victim. He looked at her threateningly. "I'm calling the police. I'm suing this store. How dare you allow dangerous animals in here?" A crowd was forming. People were pulling out phones. "Sir," a store manager ran up, looking panicked. "What happened?" "He attacked us," the woman cried, forcing out fake tears. "Look at my poor baby. She's traumatized." The manager looked at Scout. He looked at the blood on the floor. He looked at me. "Sir, you need to leave," the manager said. "We can't have aggressive dogs in the store." "Aggressive?" I pointed at Scout. He was sitting, bleeding, shaking slightly, but sitting. He hadn't barked once. He hadn't growled. He was looking at me, waiting for a command, waiting for reassurance. What happens in the next 5 minutes isn't just a vindication. It is a legal dissection of a fraudster who thought a $20 vest gave her immunity from the law. By the time the officers finish watching the playback, she won't be worrying about a lawsuit. She's going to be worrying about a criminal record. To watch full story, kindly follow on screen instructions.